You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7.
Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio, and I'm back with another season. Back podcasting, back having fun, back hosting radio shows. I'm back to doing my thing. I'm back to being Stephon Devereux, and bringing my ego with me this season. You know, I decided not to use my ego in the past, but I'm bringing my ego with me this season. I'm tired of just giving you the mainstream feel of things. Okay, I'm joking. I was never really mainstream. But no, I'm coming back, with some heat this season. Last year and the year before that, when I was doing a Devereux committee and so forth, I was just, having some fun. But now this season, no, I'm going to turn it up a notch. Just a little bit. Just so I could let my fans know that, yeah, I'm a real person too. I'm a real person. But how have you been? I hope you've been safe dealing with this little thing called COVID. I'm tired of it. It needs to end. Yeah, I move around freely. That never really stopped me. Quarantines and so forth never really, hampered what I had planned out, But as far as the people that it has affected, I want to say I'm sorry. Our prayers are with you. And, we got your back 1,000%, whatever you need. Even if it's just a little bit of entertainment for a few minutes of your day, we got your back. But let's get into some of the hot topics. I'll go recent, over this season. We're going to try to stay as recent as possible, current, that's the word I want to use, current as possible with these topics. Sometimes they sit in my brain and they marinate, but the topics we got today, they marinate. We're marinating for a couple of weeks now. But let's start off with I think it's probably been my favorite subject over the past few weeks to argue about, and it's, oh my goodness, it's a beautiful song. Don't be mad at me. Please, Mom, don't be mad at me. Nanny, guys, don't be mad at me. But we got to talk about it. My wife, don't be mad at me, but we got to talk about it. We got to talk about the hot song that's out right now, WAP. Yes, WAP. We got to talk about WAP. Cardi-b, Meg Thee Stallion, out here creating all this controversy over a word, over 3 little letters. Wow. And I'm actually enjoying it, because here's the thing that I gotta say about WAP. You idiots out there, and I'm talking about the media, the Fox Newses, the conservative websites and so forth, you're to blame. You're to blame for all of this. Why are you to blame for all of this? Because you hyped the song up, you made people go and listen to the song, and a person like myself, actually, I really didn't care about it. Oh yeah, I heard people were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I said, what's the issue? So I went and watched the video. Okay. Well, no real issue there. My opinion, I've seen worse. But what got me was, what was the most important thing to me? Look, when I went and listened to the song, I said, oh, okay. And that was the explicit version, of course. I advise a lot of you people to go and check it out if you haven't, because I think it's really entertaining. It's probably one of the most entertaining songs in hip hop. Now, here's the controversy. Oh, it's too dirty. Oh, your song is too dirty. Okay, so you waited this long and you're getting mad now, over the lyrics, over two females talking about their, you're mad about that. I can tell you Lil' Kim has said worse, in my opinion. Now, I did come up in the era of Lil' Kim. And I think Lil' Kim is probably one of the most gifted artists ever. Ever. Lil' Kim was able to make words come to life. That's what made Lil' Kim just so special on a microphone. She made you see every word she said. Pictures, baby. Movies. That's what Lil' Kim did. Now, I'm not going to put Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion's version of WAP, their song WAP. I'm not going to put them in that same category. I'm not going to put them in the same category. Okay. Because, yeah, the song is really cute. Yeah, I said it. I love the beat. I love the background. I love the sample. There's some blanks in the house. I love that. I love it. Their lyrics, okay, yeah, I like the story they're telling. I like it. But I'm still, when I think of Lil' Kim's Suck My, off her second album, dude, the third verse alone wins. You can't compete with that third verse alone. Can't. No female rapper I've heard been able to compete with a certain line that Kim used in that song. That's gangster. And she had you see it. These girls, they're okay. I'm going to give them their props. But I blame the media for blowing them up. I blame the media for blowing these girls up. And they're upset about it. Just take the blame. Move on. Enjoy your life. Talk about something else. Aren't we going through an election? Yeah, exactly. But you're worried about Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, being sexy as they can be, because they're both very sexy. Gotta give them the props. But you're upset because these girls are showing you that they're sexy. And they're talking about something that, most men really actually like. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You are the same people that are out here getting on everyone else for what they're doing wrong. As far as talking about this subject, and how people are really, oh, this is a cool song, because you're upset because people like the song. You're upset that people like myself like the song because I'm one of the people that you introduced the song to. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, okay, look, at Angry Kids 24/7 Radio, we do keep up with current music. Yes, we do. But my thing is, I try to keep up on the other end as far as listening to these hosts. But that's another story. But I blame you guys. You guys have done this. And I bet you Cardi B and those guys are loving this. She, Meg, the whole crew, they're loving this. Oh, because I would. Oh, my goodness, I would love it. And by the way, I'm loving the parodies, the parody songs. And I just heard one this morning, how their background sample go. There's some in this house. There's some, anyway. Well, I like the one that says G.I. Joe's in the house. And that's funny to me. That's funny. See, look, the song is becoming popular just on other ends. But I want to thank you, conservative media, for introducing me to this song. Let's move along. This is fun. I know. Anyway, so a lot of talk about, this NBA the playoff bubble. A lot of talk about it. People are upset because, of the protest that's, going along with this bubble. Now, you got people out here yelling and screaming, the ratings are flopping. Well, that's a lie. I checked into that. Ratings really aren't flopping. They're not flopping. But here's what I would like to say. And I would like to ask people out there, Watching basketball in September, it's kind of weird, huh? I mean, watching playoff basketball in September is weird. And I'm going to add something else. Watching playoff basketball in September without an audience, without the crowd, it's even more weird. I can't have it anymore. Now, I've been watching, and I'm going to continue to watch. I want to see who wins this thing. But for people to say that the ratings are dropping, that's a lie. That is an absolute lie. Yeah, and if it is dropping, and if it did drop, I'm really going to blame the atmosphere of what we're dealing with around this world, around the United States especially. We're in a different atmosphere right now. We're dealing with a pandemic. Okay, first and foremost. Second of all, a lot of these games are coming on at night, and it's still kind of light outside, especially where I'm at in Pittsburgh, Butler County. A lot of people don't, man, the games are coming on late. Now, I may be able to check a Laker game. I may be able to check a Clipper game. You know, the late night games. I might be able to check them. But I have been, actually, I can't lie, the past two Milwaukee, Miami games I've had to watch because, when Milwaukee went down 2-0, I'm like, uh-oh. So I've, been paying attention to that. I haven't really paid attention to the Boston game. The games are, the Boston-Toronto series. Games are too early. I'm busy. What am I supposed, I'm not going to DVR it. I'll just catch the highlights on YouTube or, see who won. Call it a day through, on Facebook. Social media tells you everything before. It usually happens anyway because everybody has an opinion on who's going to win or lose. But anyway, so those early games, I would expect those games to suffer in the ratings. I would. Now, the primetime games, different story. Primetime ratings seem to be, holding steady. So, I just take it as it's the summertime. People aren't used to watching this type of basketball. Now, here's the problem, people. I want you to understand, you better get used to this because NFL's about to be starting. So, these stadiums won't have fans. I think maybe a few, but most of these stadiums won't have fans. It's 32 teams, NFL. 30 stadiums without fans, 29 stadiums without fans. You're watching these games. Do you think honestly and truthfully, it's going to be like watching practice. Competitive practice. Because the atmosphere around it will feel like practice. You may get a few, people who are the media who are able to be at the games and watch or be at the practices and watch them and so forth and so forth. But let's be honest, right now, it's going to feel like practice. So get used to it. Get used to it. Before I move from the NBA, I want to add something to this subject, the NBA subject. So LeBron James, of course, again, has been getting heat. LeBron James always get heat. That's what I like about LeBron James is probably one of the most loved and hated athletes ever. Probably the most. The most. Because as much love that I see that LeBron gets, I also see hate. I don't get it. Never understood the LeBron hate. Never will understand the LeBron hate. Don't get it. But as of right now, people are, I think Stephen A. Smith said something maybe a week or two ago about, some of the younger players not liking LeBron James stepping up and saying these guys are beneath him and, he's pretty much being the voice of these guys and so forth. And maybe the word beneath, that phrase, beneath him, maybe that would, rub me a little, But let's be honest. LeBron James is the face of the NBA. LeBron James is one of the faces of worldwide sports. Let's be honest. LeBron James is just as popular as a guy like Messi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Messi. That's it. I have it written down, guys. Come on. But he's just as popular. Just as popular. So with a guy like LeBron James being the face of a league, one of the faces in the world of competitive sports, he's going to take a lot of heat. And especially when he's as vocal as he is, he's going to take even more heat. And these people forget this. Okay? And he does too. He got to take some blame for this too. But no matter what LeBron James does, he's going to have, positive and negative. No matter what. Dude opened a school up there in Akron, I believe. Opens a school. He's getting hate for that. Oh, well, why didn't he open a school down here in Detroit? Why didn't he open a school in Pittsburgh? Hate. Besides all, the people, the millions of people who were congratulating him, he had to have had half of that hating on him. At the same time, sad. So he has to take this role as the leader. He has to be the one who understands what the plan is, no matter what happens. No matter what happens in the NBA, just like he was one of the guys that we know the league was talking to when they were talking about the restart in the first place. So LeBron James has to feel like he is the top guy and these guys are beneath him. And it's nothing personal. But when this guy says something, let's say George Hill says something, who do they go to first? They go to LeBron. Yeah. The Donald Sterling. Pretty sure that's his name. The LA Clippers owner, former LA Clippers owner. Who was the first person they went to? LeBron. No matter what happens. Jordan documentary. First person they wanted to get a reaction from. LeBron. We're in the middle of a damn pandemic. They still want to know what LeBron has to say about the Jordan documentary. No matter what, it's always going to be LeBron first and foremost. So of course he wants to know the plan. Of course he wants to know if the league is backing him and backing them. Because ultimately, yeah, it is about backing him because he's the one who's taking the shots from the president. Not George Hill, not Kawhi Leonard. Remember, Kawhi's the star of the league now, not Giannis. It's funny how these guys have been keeping their mouths shut. They're supposedly backing this movement. But they've been really quiet about these things. But LeBron, first and foremost, he's the guy out front, leading the charge. Let's go, guys. And even if he wasn't, the whole China situation. Yeah, dude says something stupid to a lot of people. But let's be honest. He shouldn't have said anything at all. But guess what? They had to come and ask, hey, LeBron, what do you think about what Daryl Morey said? I mean, it's the same thing. No matter what happens. Guy breaks his finger playing basketball, playing football. Hey, LeBron, what did you think about such a... Never, it doesn't matter. These guys are upset because of LeBron. LeBron James. Global icon. Wants to make sure that the league has their back, especially his. Okay. I just don't get it. I know. I'm going to relax. I'm going to calm down. Oh, my goodness. But I have been enjoying the playoffs, the games I have been watching. The first round was pretty interesting. My first pick, actually, to win this championship was the Toronto Raptors. They still have a chance, but Miami's looking really good. Jimmy Butler comes and goes. I'm not liking that, right now. Yeah, they're up 3-1 in that series, but that should be over. It should have been over. Should have went for it. I mean, once Giannis goes down, you go and take that game over and win. But anyway, the Lakers just they don't have enough power, enough firepower. I think they'll probably get to the conference finals. Wouldn't be shocked if they lost to the Clippers if the Clippers got there, because I think Denver's going to give them some problems. I like Murray. I love Murray. think Murray's going to be, one of those dudes in the league that he's going to have to win a championship in order for other people to completely give that respect to. And see, the thing about these playoffs right now, and what people, what I found exciting, and I know some others are finding exciting, is that you really don't know who's going to come out and win this thing. We kind of have a feeling, an idea, but with no home court advantage, no flying back, from back and forth from one arena to another. I mean, things like that, they do play a factor. Neil Haley was interviewing on the Neil Haley show recently. Actually, I think the interview's up now, but on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio, Neil Haley show, Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. But he'll have Brett Favre, legendary quarterback, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, Brett Favre. And they were talking about this. They talked about this a little bit, and I think this was off the air. But maybe it was on show. Yeah, listen to the interview. It's a good interview, by the way. I can't remember most of it. So I was we use Rob. But anyway, they were talking about that. Brett Favre was saying how it was going to be interesting, and it's not. He didn't feel like this was a real year, real sports year because of the loss of the fans and home field advantage and so forth. And I thought about that. But here in this bubble situation, I think there's really no home field advantage. It's just the best team is going to come out of this. It's all about team right now. Who got the best team? The superstars, nice, cool, but who got the best team? Who could withstand this? Sitting in this daggone bubble for months. Mentally, who's the most mentally tough person who can lead their team? And that's what I like about this. That's what I like about these playoffs. Like I said, I've been watching the West Coast games and so forth, or the West Coast West Coast teams more, but that's cool. Miami and Milwaukee past 2 games, that's cool. But other than that, I'm enjoying these playoffs, and we're going to get off of that now before we wrap this up. I don't know who's going to win though. But anyway, we'll get off of that. So the last thing that's been messing with me is these conspiracy theorists. Man. Yeah. Destructive. Now look, I'm old school when it comes to the conspiracies. I'm old school. I'm the JFK, did the mafia take him out? Did Lee Harvey Oswald act on his own? Did the CIA have something to do with it? See, that's entertaining to me, because I've seen the documentaries, I've watched the interviews, I've read the books. I'm really entertained by the stuff. That's a good one. Elvis, was he alive? Is Tupac still alive? I like stuff like that. Aliens. I like stuff like that. Now the aliens one, we won't get into that one. Maybe that's another topic, we'll write that down. But these new conspiracy theorists, y'all some weirdos. I can't lie. Y'all are some weirdos. Weirdos. That is like, oh my goodness. Okay, so first and foremost, who the hell is Q8 on? Who are these dudes? What is this movement? I mean, seriously. Now, I'm a part of a different movement. We got the Save the Children movement and so forth. I get that movement. I'm down with that. As far as the hashtag. But I would like to have some action behind the hashtag besides people just putting Save the Children on their Facebook page or sharing something, about this person or that person. No, let's go out here and do something. Let's put some work out. Let's put some work into this thing. But nah, not yet. They're not ready for that. Who's this Q ain't on dude? Last time I heard, Q ain't on was a guy who predicted something some years ago about Hillary Clinton that turned out to be false. Now, I'm not disrespecting dude's hustle. Hey, I'm trying to get in touch with dudes so I can get, a piece of this hustle too. I'm not gonna lie. Hook me up, my bro. Let's find out. I'm joking, of course. But it's stuff like this. This is just like, you probably heard this one. Kanye West sacrifices his mom for $20 million. Or Jay-Z did, or Beyonce did, or Jennifer Hudson's whole, bruh. But I need that bruh button. I need to get that bruh button. I'm serious. Bruh. I think I sound better saying it. Come on. And mainly these things are on my favorite platform, YouTube, and Spotify are my two favorite platforms. But YouTube is number one because, I don't know, I'm used to it. But I keep seeing these and see, YouTube is so smart. They'll show you, I mean, they'll recommend videos that they know or think you might like. That's what I like about YouTube. They'll recommend videos. Now, just because I was looking into, ancient history, please don't show me that the aliens came down and showed these dudes what to do. I was there. That was 7 years ago for me. 7 years ago. Now, when I'm into finding out, child pedophile rings and stuff like that and taking these dudes down, I'm down for that. I share that stuff. I want people to know, this, it's actually happening. I was about to cuss, but it's actually happening. That's what I'm down for. But of course, I research first to find out if such and such was really arrested and did they save kids. Of course, you got to research that. Now, I don't personally research it. I have my assistant. She does it for me, and she's a lovely person because she makes sure I'm right and wrong, and that's my wife. So, because she ain't gonna have me look, sounding stupid out here, she said. So she's been doing all the research past couple years. She's way, 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 way smarter than me. She's on genius level. I'm on anyway, let's talk about that another time. But see, the difference with me is there's conspiracies that I do believe, but it's the false ones that destroy all of the good ones. The ones that actually make sense. The false ones destroy those. You know how I get mad when I think about that stuff. It makes no sense. You are not helping the movement. You are only hurting the movement. And some of these people, your conspiracies are getting hijacked by some weirdos. Some absolute weirdos. Man, I can't take it no more. There's no way you can. Sheesh. I love that word, by the way, sheesh. I might get a t-shirt made. Anyway. But I can't take it no more. These people have completely lost their mind, and I blame COVID. COVID, you did this. COVID, you did this. You made people stay in their house, and they had nothing else to do but to look, watch stuff on YouTube. Hey, this is cool. Next thing you know, they wind up getting caught up in something about conspiracy theory 1015, and it's like, oh my God, what is these people? I have friends who actually share this stuff to me. Hey man, did you hear about this place that was holding all these kids and so forth and so forth? And you go look at, look at it. Oh, let me go see. Do some research on it. There are arrest reports. But the video says that thousands of people were arrested. No, news story. But the video said that the papers and stuff covered it. See, things like that. You guys are going nuts. You're driving me crazy. As my granddaughters would say, you're driving me crazy. Yeah. Sierra looked at me the one day and said, GPAP. I know that's what they call me too back, because they understand, they recognize I'm still a G, stand out here. Anyway, but she said, GPAP, you're driving me crazy. And I feel the same way, sweetheart, with this world that we live in. This world we live in is crazy. It just makes no sense. People don't understand it. Oh my goodness. That's pretty much what's been bothering me recently. WAP, drop, and roll. Because some conspiracy theories are on a roll right now. So just watch it. Make sure you don't fall and go down that rabbit hole. Please don't. You go down that rabbit hole, it's over. You will not return. You will not return a normal human being. Your mind will be gone. You'll be a zombie. But I want to thank you for joining me. Like I said, we're back. Season 3, Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Now enjoy the music. Have some fun. Let your friends know about us. You know, we're on every major platform. You want to cash app us, you know, a little donation. Go Stephon, or excuse me, a little $sign, Stephon Devereux. But it'll be in the description. So look out. Again, I want to thank you for joining us. WAP, drop, and roll. It's going to be a fun season. Let's go. Stephon Devereux, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We're out.